Some places feel like they exist outside of time, where everything moves a little slower and nothing really seems to change. This is Opatija, a coastal town known for its history, its architecture, and its calm demeanor. But places like this don't stay the same forever. Opatija wasn't always a destination like this. In the 19th century, it was a quiet coastal settlement until it was transformed into a resort town during the Austro-Hungarian era. Aristocrats, royalty, and travelers from across Europe came here, drawn to the mild climate and the beautiful coastline. Because of this, grand villas were built, walkways carved into the shoreline. The town slowly became known as a place to relax, a place to escape. And a lot of that history is still here, in the architecture, in the layout of the streets, and the feeling that this place has been carefully preserved over time. But even in places that feel preserved, nothing really stays exactly the same. Today, Opatija is still a destination, but now it's part of a much faster moving world. More visitors, more movement, more pressure, subtle, but constant. It doesn't always show up in obvious ways. It's not always something you can point to or even fix overnight. Sometimes it's just the slow shift of a place adapting to everything around it. And here, that shift doesn't stop at the streets. Because just beyond the town is something much bigger. And what is that, you ask? That's the Adriatic Sea. And what happens out there is directly connected to everything happening here. Even in places that look this calm, the ocean is changing. The Mediterranean region has been warming slowly but steadily. And that small shift in temperature starts to affect everything below the surface. Marine life depends on balance, and when that balance changes, so does everything that depends on it. Then there's the impact that you don't see. Microplastics. Tiny fragments that blend into the water, the sand, in the environment itself. They don't stand out, they don't draw attention, but over time, they build up. And even in places that look clean, they're already there. Places like Opatija feel untouched, but they're not separate from the rest of the world. They're connected to the ocean, to the environment, to everything. And that means their future depends on what happens beyond what we can see. Places like Opatija feel untouched, but they're not separate from the rest of the world. They're connected to the ocean, to the environment, to everything around. And that means their future depends on what happens beyond what we can see. This is Opatija, Croatia, and this is not what lies just beneath the surface. And as always, please remember that together we can make a difference, one swell at a time.